Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Courtney. So today I have a few envelopes here, plus a package. So this package right here is from Japonica, and then these two envelopes, actually I think 3 of these envelopes are from Instagram people that I bought off of. I think one of these is from Mercari, and then this is a really exciting thing. I'm actually going to open this first. So I ran a go for my first time ever with a couple different sets. So I've pretty much been like buying like everything this one seller on Instagram lists, because she sells a lot of stuff in sets, and you can get it, if you buy this set you can get it for a lot cheaper than if you bought the cards individually. So she sold me a full set of DNA broadcast cards, and then she also sold me the House of BTS pop-up cards full sets. So I pretty much like ran a go for all of these cards. So I will not be keeping all of these. Most of these are going to new homes, but I was really excited to get this in the mail because I think she shipped it a few weeks ago. So I was wanting myself plus my Go participants to be able to get all of their cards as soon as possible. And I was really happy the customs for this, it went through San Francisco, which they pretty much cleared it in like a day, whereas Chicago is taking like literally 100 years at this point to clear anything for customs. So I was really happy with how quickly it got through customs. Let me open this up. So we have the DNA broadcast cards on this side, and then on the other side we have the House of BTS cards. Let me get everything out. Ooh. So yeah, I was able to get the full set of the House of BTS cards was like really cheap. So pretty much we were able to get each card I think for like $8. And then the DNA broadcast cards I also got like a really good deal on. So I'm happy about that. This is the same seller that I also did like a fire broadcast card go with. So I have that set coming from them as well. But they're a really good seller. I'll link them in my Instagram, or not my Instagram. I'll link them in the description of the video so you guys can check them out. But I would really recommend turning on the stories notifications for them, because they post a lot of times on their stories and then they'll do an actual post. So especially if you guys can get like a group of people, like if you have a group of friends and you guys have different biases or something, it's a really good deal. We'll do the DNA broadcast cards first. So these right here I think are some freebies. Let's see if I can peel this open. I think these are the stickers. I forget like what this came with, but these are like the individual little sticker things. I forget what these came with. But these 2 stickers, and then some little love yourself things. I don't really know what that is, but the stickers came with something. I just can't remember what it was. And then we have the House of BTS broadcast cards. So these look like this. So we have Namjoon, Jungkook, Tae, Jimin, Yoongi, Jin, and then Hobie. I think that's it. Yep. And then the back I think all looks the same, so it all looks like that. But yeah, these are perfect condition, really nice. And we got them for like $7, so that was a pretty good deal. And then now we will do the broadcast cards. So this is a full set. I forget like what the names are of these because they have a name. But this is a full set of the ones with the hands over the heart. And then it's also, or maybe, I don't remember what, I'm totally bullshitting. I don't remember which one's which. We'll do these ones first. So this is a full set of the ones pointing left. My bad. I cannot remember what I'm doing. So we have, is that in focus? So we have Hobie here on the top. So broadcast cards, the back is white, so I'm not going to show these. And then we have the group, Namjoon, Jimin, Tae, Jungkook, Jin, and Yoongi. So for this one, I'm going to keep Jimin and Namjoon because no one ever claimed Namjoon, so I'm just going to keep him. And I will have to find another Jungkook one for myself because my friend Jane claimed that one. And then this is the other, it came with a few other cards. So this is the other group card. And then the other Yoongi card. And then I had bought this already from her and she just included it in this set as well. So now I have both of the Jimin DNA cards. I have one of the Namjoon cards. And then I'm going to keep one of these group cards. And then my friend Jane is going to take the other group card. So after that, I will still need both Jungkook cards, one of the Namjoon cards, and then one of the group cards to be complete for this set. But yeah, I really recommend this seller. She's really nice, really quick, really responsive. So yeah, that is all of those. I'm just really happy they came because I really just wanted them, and I wanted to kind of be done with the go, to be honest. Like I kind of wanted to kind of have all the cards sent out and everything, because it's not that like running a go is stressful, because it's really not, as long as you're like on top of your shit. But I don't want to have people like waiting on me, if that makes sense. So this is something I bought from an Instagram seller, and to be honest, I have no recollection of what it was. So let's open it. Oh, okay, so this person, she was actually really nice. So this is her Instagram @ she was really nice. I had posted like an updated wish list for these, and she reached out to me like pretty much as soon as I posted it. And she was like, "Hey Courtney, so I have 2 of the 7 cards you're missing," and so she sold them to me, and then she was really nice about that. And then I proceeded to, about a week later, buy the entire set for both Jungkook and Namjoon, like through an auction. So I won't necessarily be needing these cards like going forward, but I am still really happy that she was willing to reach out and sell them. That's why I always try and keep my wish list as updated as possible on my Instagram. So if you guys follow my Instagram, you'll see that I like spam it all the time. That's because I do have people that like kind of send me messages saying like, "Hey, I saw this on your wish list," and I don't want to waste anyone's time where they send me something that I already have. So that's why I try and update it as much as possible. But anyway, so this is Namjoon. I think this is 4 of 8. Yeah, 4 of 8. And then Jungkook, I think 7 of 8. No, 1 of 8. So both of these. So got both of these. Jesus Christ. And then, like I said, I did buy the full sets of these because I was in like an auction last weekend, and I wasn't gonna buy them, and then I did. So, here we are. But this letter is, I think, another person off of Instagram. So let's open it. Okay. Actually, I think I have these exact same thank you cards that I use, so whoever sent this to me, I'm on to you. I know where you bought these from. They're off Amazon. And then again, I have no, like, I can never remember, like, honest to God, what I buy on Instagram, because I just be buying stuff, and, like, it comes in the mail, and I'm like, oh, right, I did buy this. Jeez. Okay, so, oh, I did this all upside down. Oh, jeez. So this person included some freebies, so I'll show you guys. So we got a Jungkook one, Jimin, group, Hobi, Namjoon, and Jimin, Jungkook. This must be some Jungkook stuff, or no, Namjoon stuff. So, hi Courtney, thanks for purchasing. I hope Namjoon gets to you safely. Love all your videos, especially the sorting videos. Everyone always likes those videos. So this is who I bought it from on Instagram. She's a pretty big Jungkook collector, so follow her if you guys are interested in that. Let me get out this, I'll do that later. But she sold me one of Namjoon's, what is this? 8 of 8? So yeah, I bought both of these for Namjoon before I bought that full set, so I will probably be reselling those or trading them or doing something with them at some point. But for right now, I'm going to keep them until that full set that I bought comes in. But yeah, let's keep moving. Oh, Jesus Christ. So this person also included some freebies. I think this was an Instagram seller, but I cannot remember. So Namjoon, Jimin, thanks for buying from me. No, maybe it wasn't an Instagram seller. Because this looks like something an eBay seller would do. But I don't know. We'll find out, I guess. Oh no, this was a Mercari seller. Okay, so this is one of Namjoon's Persona broadcast cards. This is whatever, Jesus. I forget what week this is from. But it's the one where they're against kind of the beige background. I have the other one where he's against the black background, purchased as well, but that one's coming from Singapore, and I think the tracking like literally just updated today to say that it was in the US, so hopefully it doesn't go through fucking Chicago and I can actually get it, you know, at some point this year. But this one I bought off of Mercari, like I said before. So it looks like that on the front. So now I think I have both of Jimin's, both of Namjoon's, and then I need to get, I have one of Jungkook's, the black background one. So I need to get the beige background one like this. And then I need to get, I think, both of the group cards as well. And I've seen a couple of the group cards, but I have not bought them yet. But anyway, this is something, again, someone reached out to me because they saw this on my wish list. This was kind of an unusual trade where the person reached out to me and they're like, hey, I have this thing that you say you need in your wish list. Would you be willing to like trade it with me? And I was like, yeah, sure. Like, what do you want? Essentially. And she actually wanted me to send her some sleeves, like some of those larger 2-pocket and 8-pocket sleeves, because I guess the guy that sells them on eBay, I guess maybe he's sold out for right now or something. So she wanted those, so I sent her some sleeves in exchange for this Namjoon Wings Blu-ray postcard thingy. So I am more than happy to do things like that if any of you guys have something, you know, like on my wish list, because I thought that was a pretty like fair value. Like it wasn't really like either of us got screwed, but it was just kind of a unique trade, because normally you're trading like equivalent like items, you know, like you're trading a Jin card for a Yoongi card or whatever. So this was just kind of unusual, but it worked out well. So here is, why don't you, yeah, there we go. So this is the Namjoon, like I was saying, Wings Blu-ray postcard. So I already have Jimin's, so I just need to get Jungkook's, and then I'll be done with bias line for this one. Let me put it right there. And then she also did send me some of the Season's Greetings ID cards. I'm not going to open these because they are a little bit small and I don't want to lose them. But I think she sent me a few, it looks like, in there. So thank you. And then now we will move on to this package, which is from Japonica. I'm really excited. It's my first time using them, so I'll kind of talk about my experience with them as I go. But let me clear out some trash first. Okay, so now we will open up my Japonica box. So this came really quick. I did have kind of like an issue with it originally, where I had been paying, because when you use Japonica, you pretty much pay with PayPal like for every card that you send in. So every time you like add something to your order, and my default address in PayPal is my PO box, which I was fine leaving that there because I thought I was just gonna have to hold everything in the Japonica warehouse until EMS was available again. But they told me they could ship with DHL. So after they told me that, then I was like, okay, well, we can go ahead and ship it then. But my address was still the PO box, and they're really strict about the address you paid with has to be the same address you want to get your items shipped to. Like, they will not change it. So what I had to do basically was like pay the entire invoice again for everything to my actual home address so DHL could ship it, which was kind of annoying, but it wasn't really their fault. It was just something that was annoying, because part of it was like I was stupid. I should have just had them send it to my PO box, because DHL is like really easy to work with, and like if you send something to an address, you can change the address that it actually gets delivered to, like online. Like it's so easy. Because I had to do that for something else where it got shipped to my PO box and I had to change it to my home address. So I should have just had them send it to my PO box and then changed it via DHL. But instead I was like, oh, we need to change the address, and then they were like, oh, well then you have to repay for everything essentially. So that was kind of like a lesson learned, and I guess something for you guys is if you use Japonica, make sure the address that you pay with PayPal is the actual address you want stuff to get shipped to. And I know Japonica right now is not accepting new customers, but I think they kind of go in waves where they don't accept new customers and then they will, and then they don't, and then they will. I think it's just kind of based on like their warehouse space, and like if they're running out of space, then they will not. So it looks like for most of the stuff they take it out of the packaging, so this is unique. So again, I've never used Japonica before, so this packaging is different than how Bai does it, because Bai leaves it in like the actual package that the seller from Mercari sends it in, but it looks like Japonica like repackages it. That is a benefit I think of Japonica. So number one, I guess before I get into it, I'll talk about some like pros and cons from using Japonica. Like the biggest pro for me with them is they're really quick. So they will buy your shit like within a few hours, like especially if you send it to them. So like if I send them something at like 11 p.m. at night, which is like daytime there, they literally will buy that for me within like an hour or two. So they're really quick, which is a good change from Bai and Neokyo. I guess that's how you pronounce that, because I've had instances with both of those services where I don't get the item because they're too slow. Japonica's only lost out maybe twice or 3 times for me. The majority of times when they lose out, it's because the seller like deleted the listing or something. So that has happened to me with them, but Japonica's really quick. So that's my number one like pro for them. My second pro is the consolidation and all of this stuff is free, like it's included in the price you pay. My per item fees for them was about $5 an item. They are a little bit different than Bai, whereas the commission that they take is based on the value of the item. So if you are buying an expensive item, honestly, I would probably recommend using Bai, because they just do a flat fee, and a lot of the times they actually have coupons where if you spend over like X amount of yen, you get like the 300 Bai service fee off. So I think if you're buying a really expensive item, it's probably worth it to use Bai. But for anything under, I would have to do the math, but anything under a certain amount of yen, I would definitely recommend using Japonica, because I think it is a little bit cheaper, and they don't charge you for the consolidation. So that's another like 1,000 yen that you're saving. Which, I mean, if you take that 1,000 yen for the consolidation for Bai and divide it by all the items you consolidate, it's only like 40 or 50 cents an item, depending on how many you do, obviously. But that is something to keep in mind as well, that I think it is a little bit cheaper to use Japonica. The big downside for Japonica for me is I don't really like their interface. So the majority of like times that you're corresponding with them, it's via email. So pretty much you fill out a form online, you hit submit, you pay it, and then they pretty much like track all of your stuff via email. Like they don't have a website like Bai or Neokyo where you can kind of like keep track of everything. It's all just via email, so that can be a little bit annoying. But yeah, that's pretty much my feelings on Japonica. I really like them, honestly. I'm probably gonna keep using them and Bai as my two like main proxy sites, because I like the convenience of Bai, and I also think sometimes it is about the same price, maybe a little bit cheaper in terms of the fees, like I was talking about earlier, to use them. So anyway, that was like a whole thing. Let's go ahead and get started. As you guys can see, a lot of these items are like, I feel like everything on top here is like a Jungkook item, but we'll just kind of go like one by one. They did a really nice job in packaging. Like the packaging was like really safe and secure. It was all in a box. So we will see. Another thing I like about Japonica versus Bai or Neokyo is you can make a comment when you place the order. So especially for things like partial sets, where the seller like does a whole listing for something and you only want like one of the items, they can do that because they allow you to make a comment. But let's get started with these first cards. Okay, so yeah, I think these are all just in individual top loaders. So this is Jungkook Happy Ever After. So the 4th Japanese fan meeting. I'm trying to decide if I want to take it. I don't really know if it matters if I take it out of the freaking... I don't think it matters, so I'm just going to leave it in here because I think that'll just take up a lot of time for me to cut it all out. But this is Jungkook's 4th Japanese fan meeting DVD card. Looks like that, really cute. I really like this whole set. So I've gotten now bias line complete for this whole set, and I keep debating on whether I want to do OT7 or not, but for right now I think I'm just going to do bias line. Next up I have this Namjoon fan club registration card. So this is the hollow hearts one. I might actually take this one out of the packaging so you guys can see the heart design on it. But what I've decided to do for this is collect the hollow cards for bias line, as well as the one from Airplane Part 2 era, because I think that'll fit a 9 pocket really nicely. And plus I just really like these cards. But anyway, here is Namjoon. I got this card for super cheap, especially compared to the price I had to pay for Jimin and Jungkook's. So like always, if you guys are Namjoon or Hobby bias, I highly recommend using Mercari Japan because you can get this stuff for like incredibly cheap. And then the back looks like that. Also holographic. But yeah, this is one of my favorite cards, so I was really happy that I was able to find it. I think I literally paid like $30 for that, and if you guys have looked for a Maknae line member for that same card, it's generally above $100. So I was able to get a really good deal on it, which always feels good. But moving right along, here is one of Jimin's 4th Muster in Korea cards. I overpaid for this card, like if I'm being honest, because these cards are really expensive on Mercari Japan. Like Korean muster cards are really expensive on there for like no real reason. So I did overpay for it, but whatever. I'm like tired of looking for this set, and it's hard to find all the cards, so I just like bit the bullet basically. But I think this is 4 of 8 because I think that's one of the ones I'm missing. But yeah, it looks like this. Yeah, it is 4 of 8. So it's 4 of 8. This is the last one I needed from like this concept. I still need a few more from the one where he's against the gray background, but this is all the ones I needed for that specific concept. But now we will move on to another 4th Muster in Korea card. I think this is 6 of 8, maybe? And they also included some freebies, which is pretty unusual for Japanese sellers. So that's nice. I said I wasn't going to take this stuff out of the packaging, and here I am taking it out of the packaging. But here's another one. I think this is 6 of 8? 5 of 8? Yeah, 5 of 8. Looks like that. I really like this set, but like I was saying in my last video, I think I do like the Japanese set a little bit better. And now, Jesus Christ, I never thought I was going to get this fucking card. It was so hard. This card is essentially the whole reason I love japonica, because I was concerned the entire time. Like right after I placed the order, I was like, what if someone buys it out from underneath me? Like what if I lose out? But they were so quick that they were able to get it for me, which after that I was like, okay, you got a customer for life essentially here. So this is, this is Jimin's Memories of Whatever, Memories of 2017 Blu-ray card, the double-sided one. There is a little bit of damage on it, so if you guys can see the front right there, there is some slight, like, it's almost like a mark, like a pock mark or something. And then on this side as well, there is a little bit of damage. I don't know if you guys can see that right there, but I really don't give a shit. I was just happy to find the card eventually. But yeah, it looks like that. I think I'm going to display this side because that's how I have it in my binder right now, but I really like both sides. I think it's really cute. But now I'm just missing, who am I missing? Jungkook and Yoongi for that set now. So I'm down to just missing 2. members, which is a relief. Because Jimin is one of the hardest members to find, so I'm happy to be able to mark that one off. So these are more of the FC registration cards, the hollow ones that I was talking about. So this I did like a mini go, essentially, where this seller on Mercari Japan was selling all 3 of these for, I forget how much money it was, but it was hard to find the Jungkook one by itself, and when I did find it, it was like $200. So I was like, no. So basically what I did was I bought this whole set, and then I found someone for these other 2 for Hobie and Tae. So I'll be keeping Jungkook, and then I will be sending off Hobie and Tae to their respective new homes. But I will kind of show you guys. I'm not going to take these out. Well, I'll take Jungkook out because he's going to stay with me, but I'm not going to take Tae or Hobie out. But yeah, I was happy to find this set because it did save me a little bit of money on Jungkook's. So it looks like that. Really pretty. I like this full set, if I'm being honest. And then we have Taeyong. And then Hobie. So really cute. And then moving down the stack. So this is one of the pop-up shop cards. One of the little pop-up, whatever these things are called. These were like kind of hard to find and kind of expensive, to be honest. I already have the other one. You guys might have seen it in my binder. I forget which one's which, like which one's Seoul and which one's Busan. But I already have the other one, so this is the second one that I needed. Looks like that. I was just happy to find this for like not $500 because I found one and they wanted $100 for both of them, and I was like, no. So I managed to find 2 separate listings for them to complete the set. And then we have this. I have no idea what's in this. I'm like nervous to open it. It's like hard to get this tape. I need to get like an actual box cutter, but I am cheap and lazy, so that has not happened yet. Oh, okay. I totally kind of forgot I bought this from them. So this is something I kind of talked myself into collecting because I saw it. Or I more specifically, I saw Namjoon's for like $6. And so I was like, well, let me collect Bias Line for this. So I got Namjoon's for like $6, and I think that's going to come in my next buy haul. Either my next one or the one after it. I can't remember. And then I tried to buy Jungkook's through Buy, and then they lost out. They were too slow. So I found it again, and I had Japonica buy it because I was like, you guys will be able to get it for me. But yeah, so this is Jungkook's Season's Greetings Lenticular. So there we go. So one looks like that, one looks like that. I really like these, and I liked all 3 of my Bias Line's photos in them, so it was an easy decision to kind of get all 3 of them. And then moving right along, trying to think what else is in this haul. The thing I was most excited for was that freaking Memories of 2017 Blu-ray card, because that has been like a nightmare, like a literal nightmare for me trying to find them all, because I still haven't been able to find Yoongi's or Jungkook's, but I was just so happy just to get like one out of the 3 that I was missing. So I guess I'll just have to be patient somewhat. But in this package, I think this is just that Jungkook card, but again, this is unusual where the Japanese seller did include a couple freebies. There's a tissue, I don't know why. But yeah, they included, looks like a couple live photos, and then this group photo. And then this is the actual card I ordered. So this is another of the fan club registration cards. This is like the Fake Love Airplane Part 2 era one. I forget what tour this one came out of. I think the Hollow Heart one is from Magic Shop, I think the star one might be from Speak Yourself, and this might be from Love Yourself, but I can't like fully remember which one's which. But anyway, this one looks like that. I really like this card as well, for all 3 of my bias lines, so I was happy to get it. I ordered Namjoon's star card, the star hollow card, and as well as the equivalent of that card from a Korean seller on Twitter, which was kind of an interesting experience. So I will open that as soon as I get it. Last I saw, I think that package was in Chicago Customs, so you know, hopefully I'll get it before like October, but you never know with them. But anyway, moving right along to my second package. Okay, so we got a lot of stuff in here. So I went on kind of like a spree for no real reason, where I ended up buying like all of these freaking youth. I bought like all of the group ones because I was so sick because I couldn't find the one Jimin one I needed, so I went on like a spree and bought a lot of the group and unit ones instead. So here's one of the group. Here's another one of the group. I think I bought all of the group, which there's literally like 10 of these. So you guys will have a fun time watching me get all of these. I don't think I'm going to take all of these out of the plastic because that will take forever. I'll just get them out of the backing. But here's another one of another group. These are the cards that came when you pre-ordered at the concert venue. It was like a random, I forget how they gave it to you, like whether it was you got a certain number of individual member ones and then a group or unit. I don't really remember. I think you got like 3 or something, like randomly. I don't know. But here are 2 of the other group. So all very like HYH aesthetics. And then this is something exciting as well. So this is Jimin's Idol broadcast card. I definitely overpaid for this. But whatever. Such is life. I was like really impatient. I don't know why. Like I don't remember like if something happened that day that made me like tired of dealing with people or what. But I do a lot of like impulse and emotional purchases, so most likely something happened like at work or something that made me like want to spend money. But whatever. Why can I not get this out? But this, once I get it. But yeah, I would really recommend like not buying broadcast cards on Mercari Japan. Most of the time they are overpriced, I find, compared to what I'm able to get from Instagram sellers, or you know, whoever. So every now and then you will find a good deal. Like I found a pretty reasonable deal on that one Jungkook Persona broadcast card that I mentioned earlier. But for the most part, I find that it's not a very good, you don't pay a very good price. So again, this is Jimin's Idol card, things like that. So that will go now with my Namjoon card. Ooh, and then we have 2 really exciting cards here. These are something I never thought I would own, but I saw them pop up on Mercari Japan, so I pretty much hopped right on them. These are going to be 2, I think they're in the same package because I think they were from the same seller. This is going to be 2 of Jimin's BTS Begins mini photo cards. So I definitely paid for these. Like I did not get a very good deal on them or anything like that. Like I didn't get them for a steal, but I was happy just to like see them available. So I went ahead and bought them. So I got 2 out of 7 and 4 out of 7. So this is something where like I'm not aggressively trying to buy these. Like I'm not looking for them or anything in particular. It's just something where like I saw them and I was like, oh, those are, you know, a pretty reasonable price for what they're worth. So I went ahead and bought them. So I don't know if I'll ever be able to actually complete the set. Because a lot of the times I don't even see them like listed anywhere. Like there was one, I don't even know if that one's still up, but there was one on eBay for like $80, like for one. That one's been up there for a long time. I don't know if it's still available, but like I'm not gonna do that. So who knows if I'm ever actually going to be able to complete the set, just because I'm not willing to spend that much for it. But anyway, here's another youth group venue card. Looks like that. This is mainly a Jin and Jungkook unit, but it does have the other members kind of back here, so I went ahead and bought it as well. Moving right along. Now we have this is Fourth Muster, I want to say, the Japanese Fourth Muster. The card that came with the binder, maybe? I don't know what it actually came with. I think it was a binder. Yeah, Happy Ever After in Japan. Looks like that. I'm pretty sure I already have the Korean version. If I'm not 100% sure, but I'm pretty sure I am. Or I'm pretty sure I do already have the Korean version. So that'll now be done with those cards. Okay, so this this is something where I was like so stupid. So these magic shop cards on top are fake. These are something where I wasn't sure if they were fake or real. The price was way too good to be true though, so I should have like known. And then later on, when I read the description again, it said that they were unofficial. So that's what I get for not reading the description. The Japanese sellers, they were so funny. I was looking the other day. I guess I'll show them to you. But yeah, these are fake, so I will be including these probably as like a freebie or something. But the Japanese sellers are so funny on Required Japan. Literally, I saw one the other day, and the way they described their like at-home, like fake unofficial card, they called it like homebrew, and I was like, that's such a funny like translation of it. But yeah, these are homebrew cards. Yeah, I'll probably use those as freebies, or I'll throw them away, whichever one. They didn't cost me like that much money, so I'm not super bummed about it. But these are two of the other wake up cards that I needed. So I actually just got the fourth and final one that I needed off of an off of a auction that I participated in last weekend. So this is 23 and 24. I think I already have 22, and then 21 is the one that I just bought in the auction. But yeah, they look like this. That auction was crazy as hell. Like, I will talk more about it when my items actually arrive, but there were some people that were spending like a lot of money for things that were probably not worth it. I think this wake up card is a little bit damaged, if you can see it right there in the corner, or like not really the corner, but like right here. But again, like I really don't care, especially about like minuscule damage you can't see unless the light hits it right. I really like don't care. So anyway, that is two of the wake up cards I need. This is my final Japanese FC thing that I needed. That's one of these larger cards. So I'm still missing the star, the shiny, like the star hollow card for Jimin. That card is proving basically impossible for me to find. But this is the last one I needed. That's one of these larger cards. So I'll have to kind of rearrange my binder. And then, oh, looks like they also included a little freebie of the Festa group photo. But here, so these are basically live photos. See how it looks like that. I think I got a pretty reasonable deal on these, or on this. I think I saw it on eBay the other day for like $50, which is quite a lot. And the one on eBay I think was like even a little bit damaged, like across right here. So I was like, nope. But yeah, I was able to get this for a pretty reasonable price. Yeah, so that's the last one I needed. That's a little bit larger, like that. I think this will be my last little package, and then I'll obviously talk about Olivia down there. Some of this stuff I like really had like no recollection of buying, because like I was saying earlier, Japonica does all of their correspondence with you via email, and I always put in the Japanese name of the item that I want them to buy, so I can't like read what I sent them. The only, I mean, I can read like Jimin because I recognize that word at this point. And like my FC registration cards, I know the word for that as well, but pretty much everything else I'm like, I don't know what the hell this is saying. So I never remember what was in my order because the item names are all in Japanese, so whatever. So this is something I actually had to ask about on Instagram, because I was like, what the hell is this? Someone was selling this as a little set And I was like, what is this? Like, is this official? And what I found out is these are some pre-order cards from, I'm not sure which CD store or whatever. But it is like some pre-order stuff that came out with HOH Part 2. I don't know why these like little plastic things want to be like so sticky today. But they're really hard to open, and normally they're not like this. I don't know if it's just because it's so hot that they've like melted together, you know? But whatever. So yeah, so these are some, I guess we'll do the HOH Part 2 ones first. So these are the HOH Part 2 pre-order cards. Looks like that and that. So yeah, these just came with a pre-order for the CD. It wasn't that expensive, so I decided to buy it. And then this is Jimin's for Young Forever. Again, looks like that. Yeah, I don't know where they're from, but I do know that they are legit. And then finally, this is Jimin's Japanese fourth muster little clear file folder. So I kind of like these. I think they're cute. I have the mic drop one as well as the wings one. So I figured I would go ahead and get the fourth muster. I'm not sure if the Korean fourth muster has this as well, because I think this might be something that came with the DVD or the Blu-ray maybe. But I will have to double check because I'm not 100% sure. But yes, I thought that was really cute. And then finally, this is the second to last thing I needed to complete my Olivia collection. This was like a bitch to find as well. Like, it took me forever for no real reason. But this is the profile page from Luna Birth for Olivia. If I can get it out of the plastic. This is, I knew it was large, but this is a little bit larger than I thought it was going to be, so hopefully it'll fit in my binder. But we will get it out of this plastic. Jeez. But yeah, this is from Luna Birth. It came with the clipboard, I think, as a set of 12 members. And I just wanted Olivia's. But yeah, it looks like this. It's got her picture on the front, and then a lot of like question and answer stuff on the back here. All this stuff, if you're interested in, I'm pretty sure has been translated on Twitter, so you guys can check that out if you would like. But yeah, this is the second to last thing I needed. The last thing I need is something I still have not bought, which is her ID picture for Lunaverse. But that's something that, like, whatever, like, if I never get it, I don't really care either. So it's not something that I've like been looking for, if that makes sense. But it is the last thing I need. But anyway, I will get everything together and then I will film my outro. Okay, so here's everything I got from Japonica. Hopefully I'll be back with another video really soon. I do have a Bai haul, or a Bai package, that should be arriving later this week, so I should be able to kind of get those videos up back to back. I'll probably hold all of this stuff until I get my Bai haul, and then just film like one photo card organization video as opposed to filming two. But yeah, keep an eye out for my next video, and I will see you guys later. Bye.